We're really excited about this new technology which enables fibre-to-fibre recycling, and this is a world first, is that this technology has been adjusted to be able to recycle clothing and textiles. So that's very exciting, and our plans are very ambitious. In the first year, the technology will be able to recycle 2,500 tonnes of polyester, and then in year 2 we'll be able to double that to 5,000 tonnes.
Hi, I'm Naomi May, writer and fashion editor, and I am so excited to be joined by Majonne Frost, who is the head of sustainability at SATCoL, on today's podcast. Welcome to the SATCoL podcast. Can you start by telling me a little bit about how you initially got interested in the subject of sustainability?
Well, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
I guess when I grew up, my mum was always trying to do the right thing and telling us off for accepting too many plastic bags in shops. And then when I was 25, we were looking for a place to buy, and we ended up stumbling across this eco-village in South London called Bedzed. So we bought a flat in the eco-village, and that was a really great place to live. But we also learned a lot about sustainability and sort of changes we should make in our own lives. Whilst I was there, I got really interested in sustainability, and the company who actually helped make that development happen was on site, so I decided to apply for a job with them. Got a job and sort of learned a lot more about sustainability that way.
And it went from there.
It went from there.
And for those who might not know, tell me about the amazing work that SATCoL does and what that looks like.
Yeah, so at SATCoL we have over 240 charity shops and over 8,000 clothing collection banks where we accept donations from people and try and find a new home for them. And we're managing to reuse and recycle a huge amount of clothing, furniture and other items you'd normally find in a charity shop, like bric-a-bracs and ceramics and small electrical items. So every year we enable reuse of over 250 million items, which is amazing.
So you've just launched an amazing world first polyester recycling scheme called Project Reclaim. Tell me a little bit about that. Why is it a world first? What makes it game changing?
We're really excited about this new technology which enables fibre-to-fibre recycling, and this is a world first. The technology already exists. It's used for plastic bottle recycling, but the world first is that this technology has been adjusted to be able to recycle clothing and textiles. So that's very exciting, and our plans are very ambitious. In the first year, the technology will be able to recycle 2,500 tonnes of polyester, and then in year 2 we'll be able to double that to 5,000 tonnes.
And how, if people wanted to get involved with that, how would they?
So they could donate clothes to us, and yeah, as I mentioned, any polyester clothes we can put through the recycling machine. And yeah, and we're also working on lots of other initiatives. So polyester, this is for 100% polyester, but there's also a big issue with trying to recycle clothes that are made from multiple materials. So for example, polyester and cotton is quite a common blend. So we're doing a lot of work with different partners, industries and other businesses to try and find solutions for those harder to treat materials.
And can you tell me a little bit about, you just mentioned it there, about fibres. Can you tell me a little bit about SATCoL's plans for a fibre farm?
Yeah, so ultimately our vision is to upscale this. So we've started with the fibre sort and Project Reclaim, and we really want to upscale that to enable us to recycle all types of different clothing and textiles. So that will be sorting it for recycling and then preparing it for recycling as well. So some clothing will have zips and buttons, and we'll need to remove those before we can recycle the fabrics. And then it's also looking at the different technologies to then actually recycle the garments. So we've got Project Reclaim that can recycle 100% polyester, but then it's looking at the other textile blends as well.
And a big part of the topic of sustainability is combating waste. Can you tell me a little bit about all of the work that SATCoL does to help combat waste?
Yeah, so the Project Reclaim is a big element of that, and really helping us to close the textile to textile recycling loop, which is very exciting. Another innovation we've had for about a year now is the fibre sort line. So any clothes that are worn out, we put it over the fibre sort line, and it's essentially a scanner camera that looks at the material composition of the garment, so it can figure out whether it's 100% cotton, 100% polyester, or a blend, or wool. And then we've got 12 different buckets with what we call recipes, and the clothes get shot into those different buckets. So it's sorted by fibre type and also by colour. So for example, we can sort out 100% white cotton, and then we can find different routes for those garments. So we've been operating that technology for about a year now, and we've fibre sorted 500,000 items, which is great. And a lot of those textiles we're able to find different homes for.
So we've spoken about what the general public can do in order to be part of the change. What specifically can businesses and retailers do?
Yes, at SATCoL we work with a lot of corporate partners, and in various ways. So we offer take-back schemes, so it becomes really easy for customers to send their used clothes back to us. And with some other corporate partners, they donate end-of-line stock to us. So rather than that ending up in waste, we can resell it in our shops and give it a new life.
And what's the element, your work encompasses so many different really exciting parts of sustainability. What excites you the most of everything that you're working on?
Oh, well, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on at SATCoL. And so I think the closing the textile to textile loop is very exciting. We're also trying to support our customers to repair and upcycle items, so we don't have to put them through those technologies, but we can keep them in use for longer. So that's really exciting. So we're looking at how we can support customers to repair their items themselves, but also, if people don't want to do it themselves, how can we perhaps repair for them? So that's very exciting.
And how can social media be a part of this conversation?
I think it's really important to reach more people with this message. Like, before you buy something new, have a think about, can you pop to a charity shop, or look online to see if there's anything pre-loved available, and really inspiring people to take this agenda seriously. So I think social media has a big role to play in that one. I think about my kids. One of them is 13 now. She's on social media a lot. So yeah, she takes a lot of inspiration from there.
And what immediate things, if somebody's listening to this or watching this today and they want to get involved in being part of the change that we all want to see, what's an immediate thing that they could do that would help?
I would say come and visit one of our shops or one of our clothing banks, and you can have a look through your wardrobe, see if there's anything you're not really wearing anymore, donate it to us, and also come and have a look at what we've got on offer and see if there's anything you want to buy. There's new pieces and unique items coming in every day, so there's really something for everybody in our shops.
Amazing. Majonne, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.